There he is. He is George. He is my son, and he is at Radio Row at the Super Bowl, and he's causing more issues. Did he go to Bourbon Street? We asked him to go to Patty O'Brien's. He says it's busier on this Thursday. Let's bring him aboard and get the latest. Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, Media Row. George Lund with ASU Radio, Blaze Radio. Good morning, or good afternoon, I guess, to you. It's just past noon in New Orleans, and you're on Media Row. For those who don't know,
good morning.
What's happening?
The guy that I flipped you around to was Joe Montana. So
what? Go back.
I
missed it.
I was walking behind him. Well, no, now he's gone. They moved him quick. I think he's leaving the whole thing. I think he might have just been here for the morning. But no, I was following him because when I went on camera, I was trying to give you guys a good guy to be around. But yeah, no, he was going fast. But yeah, that was Joe Montana walking in front of us. We've had this day is pretty unreal. It makes the first few days kind of feel
Thursday, Friday are bananas.
Because it's gotten to the Monday and Tuesday we're kind of like the smaller guys. You're like, oh, this is really cool. See them in person. And now it's like I see anybody that's not like a Hall of Famer, and I'm like, oh, that's who, whatever. So
all right, so give us a little flip around real quick. Where are you at? What's around? Give us a little feel of how many people are out. Just give us a little flip on the phone to see where you're at here and how many people are around you. Oh, no,
that's Micah Parsons right there.
So do another flip to Micah Parsons. What's he doing? Oh yeah, right behind you. I got you.
Just a little corner interview. So I'll try to go to the middle here.
Yeah.
The middle is definitely where it's more jam packed.
Get into the fray.
This is the craziest day by a country mile. I mean, this is pretty insane. I mean, and literally anybody that's anybody, NFL wise particularly, is here right now. I think I've seen every single player that's ever made a Pro Bowl ever. So here.
Are you doing your normal thing where you do the selfies and all that stuff, or are you being more professional?
No. I'm past the point where now I'm at the
2
point.
years ago, man. 2 years ago, you're doing selfies and that was cool.
Now I'm at the point
now you're too mature for that.
Yeah, now I'm at the point where I'm trying to ask guys to do interviews and stuff like that, and then I'm getting denied very often. We've tried with a few guys, but a lot of guys have handlers, or they have five.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very giant men that are walking around. That's Nick Wright.
Yeah.
Right you got money here. We're handing it out.
I can hear his voice, and it's pissing me off.
He's right there. I saw Kittle was walking around doing a bunch of stuff earlier.
Hey, here, let me ask you something. So I need you to find this out. Breaking news. You need, go ask his handler or somebody. Go try to find Kittle again, because there's word that they're talking extension with Kittle. So I need boots on the ground.
That's Crosby right there.
Well, do that again. Let's see Max Crosby. What's he looking like today? You got to yell at Max. You're a Raiders fan. There he is.
I just saw somebody do a walk and talk interview with him. That was very lucky.
Try to do that. If you could get somebody on a walk and talk, I might pay your rent this month.
I don't know. You want to see David 𝐤𝐽𝐽 without a shirt on?
Yeah, sure. We're up for anything here, man. Media Row, George Lund in New Orleans, by the way. What is he promoting? Keep it right there for a minute. What's David 𝐤𝐽𝐽 promoting? Browns tight end. Dude, I'll tell you this. If I had a body like that, I'd never put a shirt on. I would walk around like that all the time. Like, there's no way. I wouldn't. I would never. Why wouldn't you? Why would you? I wouldn't even own a shirt.
Yeah. It's his thing at this. I mean, I'm literally swerving through traffic. It's quite.
We can tell. It's all right. You're doing great.
It's quite a busy day.
Yeah, Thursdays are crazy. Thursdays have become actually crazier than Fridays on Media Row.
I wholeheartedly
because a lot of people leave on Friday. They're just like, I've had it. Because Fridays are – I'm not saying that Fridays aren't crazy. They are. But Thursdays really have become even crazier than Fridays. Where was Kittle at? What do you got? Who do you got? Well, who is that? Oh, Travis Hunter. Wow.
He's over there.
Boy, he's got a big setup. He hasn't even drafted yet. That tells you about NIL. He's got a ton of money. He's got a whole setup there.
He has his own show. He has his own show that's going. And
he hasn't been drafted yet, man. That's life is crazy. Life is absolutely crazy.
You want to see Stephen A?
Yeah, sure. Where's he at? Oh, there you go. Yeah, very good. I heard you saw him at dinner.
We did. So we were at dinner. One of my friends who I'm with, his uncle actually who lives out in New Orleans was taking us to a dinner spot, and it's kind of this like very hidden dinner spot. We weren't too sure what it was going to be like, and as we're waiting for a table, this giant 6'5" dude comes barreling down the stairs, and right behind him is Stephen A. Just walks right past us.
Yeah, he's got.
And we're like, we might be at the right dinner spot. That's kind of what we were thinking when he walked past us. But
okay, I got to ask some questions about last night, but wherever Kittle was, walk towards that. Not you don't. Is he gone?
They move so fast, so quickly.
Well, keep your eye out. Okay, just keep your eye out, because if you could break some news, if you could just yell over at Kittle, "Are you getting a new deal?" And then even if he doesn't, whatever. At least because we could break some news here. Yeah. So try to find him. If you can't, you can't. But as you're walking and talking here, what'd you do last night? Did you go to Bourbon Street?
So we we've been tired, and we went out to listen. We went out with my friend's uncle, and he took us to dinner, and then he took us to another bar, and then we drove around the thank you. Yeah.
What do you got?
Somebody just gave me a cheese stick. I don't know why.
They're trying to promote everything. It's the Super Bowl.
We drove past the Tulane campus, so that was really cool.
Okay.
Here's Jeff Saturday.
Oh, Jeff Saturday's a cool dude. Yeah, there you go, Jeff Saturday. Yep. Coach
we drove through the Tulane. He beat the Raiders in their
that's right. Oh, that's right.
You don't like he drove us to two different bars. Went to a restaurant where Stephen A. was at, and then he drove us around the Tulane campus, and we kind of explored New Orleans. It was a portion that I'd never seen before. I'd never been in the Tulane campus, obviously, but he pretty much just helped us explore around and kind of show us the area. So I appreciated that. So then we're going to make it a priority to go do that tonight.
You have to do it
the next day.
You have to do it.
We went to two really cool bars. Well, we haven't had time. It's not even
I know, but you just when the first thing people are going to, there are just certain things like in San Francisco, you got to go like Pier 39, and it's like just one of those things where it's just but Patty O'Brien's is amazing. So you just have to go there because it's going to get bananas and you don't want to go there. Like, when do you leave in town? Saturday or Friday?
Friday night.
Friday night. Okay, so you got to do it tonight. It's your only chance. So you got to go to Patty O'Brien's, because if you don't go there, you're going to be like, oh, I should have went, because all these people are going to go Patty O'Brien's. You got to have a hurricane at Patty O'Brien's. It's just one of those things. And it's not like I'm asking you to go to the library. I mean, it's a great part of Bourbon Street. So you got to go. You got to.
I agree.
Go. Okay.
I've just been, a bit busy meeting and talking to NFL players. So
stop it.
Yeah. Well, hey, we were at the same restaurant as Stephen A. You can't tell us that.
I know, but Patty O'Brien's. After you go to Patty O'Brien's, you go, oh, I get it.
I agree.
All right, so what else you got? What else is around you?
Honestly, I don't know where KITTLE is. I've looked around, but everybody moves so fast. Like everybody's shifting and moving to different stations. There's a lot of people who are already done for the day. Like I think when I opened and you saw Montana, I think he was probably done for the day.
Oh yeah. Plus, somebody said that Joe Montana was like $10,000. He won't go to New Orleans for less than six figures, and probably like maybe more like $500,000. Like yesterday, you showed us Rob Gronkowski yesterday for Bounty. Gronk probably getting $100,000 an hour. I'm not even kidding. Like people think that I'm crazy. No, that's what they do. They fly him in, they fly him out. They do Radio Row for a day or two, and they pay him a boatload to go there. They own him for those couple of days, but it is crazy. Like Joe's probably there for like Guinness or something, and they're paying him just a boatload. I mean, believe me, Joe's not going anywhere for $10,000. I mean, it's crazy. And look, okay, so give us a flip around now. It looks crazy. What set is that? Oh, there's McAfee's show. It's McAfee's show, right? Who's on right there? Is anybody on?
Honestly, I have no clue. I do not recognize him. But then again, I need you here to help me recognize people for me.
That's all right. No, it's good. You're giving us a great view of this whole thing.
That was Bryce Young. I just walked past me. He's a lot smaller. I know. I wouldn't say that, but he's definitely not a big guy. He looked like every other guy walking around, because the NFL players big.
Bryce
he looks
is not
small.
big.
I walked past Andrew Whitworth at one point, and that is maybe the largest human being that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Absolutely. He's big.
Here's
Homer Ramsdale lineman.
Drew Brees is on that set. Cam Newton show. Cam Newton arrived, and we saw him arrive.
What's he dressed like?
That's his show. He's not on yet. I don't know where he went. He did pull up. He did pull up here. but I'm assuming that he's going to do more interviews and then he's going to come back and do his own show.
Mhm.
But yeah, everybody that's normal height. So being that Bryce Young is a very short man, they look small and they look normal versus the very large NFL players. They make me look small and they look like they stand out. So there's a lot of guys that I walk past and I'm at a double take and I'm like, oh, that is an NFL player. That's not just your normal run-of-the-mill guy walking around.
Yeah. No, today is the day. Today's so busy because what happens is a lot of people come into town today, Thursday, for the weekend because they're going to party in New Orleans. Very cool. And then a lot of people just leave on Saturday. It's like a 48-hour thing, and they have a good time and they have fun, and then they're out of there. And then the people who stay to do the game is, like we stayed till Monday in Super Bowl 47 there, and it's like, oh my God, it was way too long, like 11, 12 days. Whew. Is that Whitworth right there? Yeah, there he is right there, getting interviewed right behind him.
He's probably 6'8", maybe. I don't know, 6'7",
yeah, he's a big guy.
Like
he's
that.
a super nice guy.
Yeah, but he's slimmed down a little bit, so he's not NFL size, but he still is a very, very large human being. I see 𝐬𝐿_𝐫𝐿 over here in maybe the worst fit of the weekend. Possibly.
Worst fit? Really?
I would say.
Let me see. Flip it to him. We got to see this. You say it's the worst?
You can, in the blue with like the orange shoes or the brown.
Yeah, I guess do you? I mean, I guess you're a unique guy in that way. So I just tell people you do.
I don't know about that. I'm dressed professionally today. Let's see. I'm trying to take you to a few more
keep
guys.
Going. Don't feel pressure. Just walk around a little bit. And if you see George Kittle, yell at him about an extension.
I still have not seen Kittle, but then again, that's the thing. Some guys do interviews for like a minute. Some guys do interviews. Yeah,
Kittle will be around for a while. Kittle will always. Kittle loves this stuff, so he'll be around for a minute. But you just gotta find him.
I've seen Kittle.
Here's a question from John Holmes. He says, "Tell George that back in the day, a girl with no teeth was a bonus."
Really?
Just so you know. Yeah, that's what he says. Tell George.
I don't know if I don't think I need the bonus personally.
Okay.
But that might be. Maybe Kittle would be into that. I'm not too sure.
No, I don't think Kittle would be into that. He doesn't need it.
Here's
a lovely wife.
Here's Will Irvin. We were talking to him.
Who you got?
Yesterday. Will Irvin.
Oh yeah.
He's
Oh yeah, there you go. You're nice at doing the flip from behind. You got that down. Like you're showing us a lot of stuff. I would be stupid. I'd be flipping the phone back and forth, driving people crazy, and you just do a quick turn and you get it. Nice work.
Yeah.
You got this thing down.
No.
Yeah, you got this thing down.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, I heard that as you're going through this, I heard that you were on with Krug and Damon yesterday. They said you did a great job with him, by the way. How'd it go?
It was a fun.
Were you doing a walk and talk like this?
No, I did a sit down.
Oh, I see.
Thought that might be a little more appropriate.
You're being a professional.
I think that's Kurt Warner that's walking in.
Nicest guy you've ever met. I bet he would talk to you. Oh, he is the nicest guy you've ever met. Oh, ask him a question about ASU. He lives in Arizona. What do you think of the ASU run? Yeah, he lives in Arizona. Say, what do you think of the Arizona State run? Or ask him about the Niners or Brock Purdy. He loves Brock Purdy. Say, what kind of contract should Brock Purdy get?
Well, he was 9. He was surrounded by 9 people, so that might have been
you're more important than all 9
endeavor.
Of them. You're more important than all 9 of them. You got to act like you're the man. You got to walk up to those people like you own the place. Believe me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I think the 9 people are also going to spear tackle me into the 4. Nah. So that might be.
Kurt Warner's honestly, he's the nicest guy maybe in all of media. He is like the nicest. Oh my God, nicest guy. He is. I will
try my best to find him a little later.
Well, for your show later on, it wouldn't be a bad thing for your show later on, because he lives in Arizona. I guarantee he stays up with the Sun Devils, and he loves himself some Brock Purdy. Like he knows Brock Purdy well because Brock's from Arizona, and he'll defend Brock at every turn. Very cool.
Really? Okay.
Very cool guy. Very cool guy. Let's see. Let me see some more questions here. A lot of questions here. Let's see. Oh, I told everybody how you and your boys drank twisted tea when I went down there one time, and I was disgusted. How many twisted teas? So what's been the drink of choice? Like if you've gone out in New Orleans, what have you done? Have you had a hurricane yet or no?
No, I have not. We've been busy. I'm telling you, we've been busy. We've been running around. I haven't had time. I'm serious. We haven't had time, and the time that we haven't had, I've been exhausted, so I've needed a little.
You know that New Orleans never closes, like never. Never.
Oh, we
So
definitely
don't give me that.
Well, hey, we
Yeah,
need our
just
sleep.
telling
We have
you.
to wake up at 8 a.m. every day. I gotta
You
wake up.
guys, oh my God, 8 a.m. Oh, people want to 8 a.m.
Well, no, I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying that I'm being responsible and I'm getting up and
I
I'm going to
think
bed
it's
at a
great.
decent hour.
I think it's great. It's just I went to New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans a lot of times, but for the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 47, I think I probably got 5 hours all week. You gotta sleep on the plane.
Well, it makes for a more productive day when I
you'll
do
learn.
get my silver.
You'll learn to burn the candle.
Genty's back there somewhere. I was walking past Genty.
The
He's another
Boise
guy
State running guy.
Yeah, and he's another guy that you'll walk past and you won't even know is like a player because he's smaller. I mean, obviously, you know,
he's not tall, but he's like 5'9".
Yeah. He's 5'9". Yeah, he's a guy.
Nice. He's gonna be. Is he gonna be the Raiders pick at 6?
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
He's nice,
but I don't think he should be. We were trying to get a Raiders guy on earlier to talk about the Raiders because that would be my forte. But I do not think the Raiders should take. They should take 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐫. That's who they should take.
What, in like a third round?
Yeah, that'd be a killer pick. That'd be a killer 4th round pick.
Let's see what else. What else is there? Any other highlights?
I've done about 9 laps. I'm trying to see. I'm tired. I'm walking around.
You're tired. You're 21. Will you stop saying you're tired?
I'm tired. Just because I'm 21 doesn't mean I can't be tired.
Yeah, come on. All right. Well, here's what you do. If you see Kittle, Kittle's a super nice guy. You tell him you know me, and say we need to break some news on his show. What's going on with the contract? Just say what's going on with the contract. And he'll say if he's talking to him or not. He's not going to tell you if it's done or how close. He'll just say, hey, we're talking. He'll give you something. Just tell him you know me.
Yeah.
It's not like me and Killer hanging out, but he knows me, and I know him, and he might give you a little stuff, man. Oh, here's a big one. Tell the people about this because we've had Will Gavin on a ton. Baba Booey is saying, did George find Will Gavin? He's going to be on the show, right?
I was just telling you that I saw him a little earlier. He was over there doing his show. I talked to him at the end of yesterday, and I asked him. He said he might have an availability sometime tomorrow.
Oh,
so I know. I told him he should come on tomorrow, but he said to come find him again. Okay. And I would check in and see what his schedule looks like. So I'm going to try my best to get him on tomorrow. That's the goal.
All right, we'll do just one little bit of football. So what's because we haven't talked a ton of it. Jimmy Butler gets traded to the Warriors. We're talking a ton about Jimmy Butler. You're a big basketball guy. Before I ask you a football question, what do you think of all the craziness that's going on in the NBA with all the trades? What do you think about Jimmy Butler to the Warriors?
We were talking about it a little bit yesterday on the show. I think what I do like about the trade is that the Warriors didn't give up any young assets. I think that's the main thing, that they're still able to go all in while not really sacrificing their future to go do it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's probably my favorite part about that deal. I will say 2 years, $112 million, whatever it is. It's a pretty outrageous contract for.
They couldn't have got him without it, though.
I know, but I'm not a huge fan of the contract. But yeah, I suppose that's what you have to do to get that second star. But I like I like the trade for them. I think it's a good trade in terms of what they gave up. It's a lot of assets, but nothing really of too much value. So I will say I like that. The trade deadline's been pretty crazy to say the least. I mean, this is one of the craziest NBA trade deadlines in my time around here. So, it's made for a good content week in terms of our show. So it's been pretty insane.
By the way, do you know what Lorenzo Neal looks like? Remember, I sent you a picture of Lorenzo Neal. He's bald now, but you know what he looks like?
Yes, but I'm not going to lie to you. I would not be able to pick him out in the crowd.
I'm going to have to send you another. I'm going to send you an updated picture of him because he played fullback for the Saints. He's a good friend of mine, and we have a New Orleans story. And I've texted with him back and forth, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm on Radio Row. It's a lot of stuff, but I'll get to you." And so I got to get Lorenzo Neal on the show to tell these New Orleans stories from when him and I were there.
As crazy as it sounds, there are far too many NFL players. And far too many that I do not recognize, but I know I should recognize.
We'll get him. I'll send you another picture. And
I'm a baseball guy. At the end of the day, I'm a baseball guy. Yeah, if you told me to pick out an Oakland Athletic, I'd be able to pick them out for you.
I know that is a skill that you have right there.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. Give us one more flip around and then try to find George Kittle. Very cool. Yeah, it's great. It's not bad today. It's not bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen Kittle in a while. He honestly might.
Right. See what you can do.
I'll see what I can do. I'll find him for you.
See what you can do. All right, give yourself a plug before you get out of there. What are you doing today? Where can people find you? I know that you're going to be broadcasting on Twitter/X, and you're posting stuff on your social media. So tell people what's up.
At Blaze Radio ASU, our show is on from 2 to 4, and then there's a show before us that's on right now. Plenty of guests throughout the day. We're going to try to get more, maybe surprise guests if I can find a guy, get his handler. Try to get more guys on. That's always the goal. My social media is at GLN Media. I'll be posting all my stuff there. Maybe if I get a walk and talk or something like that, I'll post it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, plenty of stuff to come. I'm pretty much posting all I can, getting all I can. I actually went up there for the 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿 press conference. That was pretty cool. He gets his own conference room, and I went in there and you can hear a pin drop. It was so silent. So that was an entire thing. He probably had the best interview room out of everyone. He's far more exclusive than anybody here. So that was an interesting one to do. Trying to think what else. It's made for a pretty great week. I'll let you know if I get anybody else. Maybe I'll find KITTLE. I know Warner was here a little earlier, but he's another guy that's going, big booth to big booth. Yep. So he's a tough get. But right. I will let you know if I find any more connections that you would enjoy.
Break some news. Get that KITTLE contract. Let us know. All right, at Lund Media, make sure you're following them, and at Blaze Radio ASU. I'm running a little crawl down there. Make sure that you watch the guys. And you're on, what, in about an hour and a half? Is that right? You're on about an hour and a half?
When I said 2 to 4, I mean Central Time. I believe that California time, we're 2 hours ahead, so that would be 12. Yeah,
noon to 2, you're on Blaze Radio ASU and at Lund Media, posting a bunch of stuff there. As always, great stuff. We'll check in tomorrow for one final time. Thanks for taking us through Media Row in New Orleans at the Super Bowl. Have a great day, man. We'll talk to you soon.